The courage to reject. Do you know what that means? What is the courage to refuse?
Be brave enough to say no.
Oh, brave to say no. I'm actually thinking about it. Are you afraid to say no?
Yes.
We'll be fine. Sorry to speak. Fear usually doesn't know how to say no. Do you think you should refuse? Reject when it's time to reject. Reject when you shouldn't. See if things are right. But what? Many times you don't know how to say no to others. And will be embarrassed. Just because I'm sorry. Right, let's think about it. We are loved. Because we deserve it. Take a look at this sentence. Not because of how much labor we put in. Or how to be wronged and sacrificed to be respected. So what do you have to refuse? You are embarrassed to refuse. It's because you're afraid that people will ignore you from now on. Afraid that others will look down on you. Are you afraid of all kinds of things? Right? Then you just have to think so. We will be loved. Because we deserve to be loved. Rather than the following things to pay. Okay, so. Do you agree here? Okay, so why are you afraid? Because of fear. So because you will be afraid of it. So you will be embarrassed. Even afraid of rejecting others. Right? Okay. Then let's look down. Have you ever considered these situations? The first one. When you are in the family, you long to be cared for. And choose to cater to the family's ideas or decisions. Is there such a situation? Think about it. Inside the school, enjoying being liked and fearing the relationship damage that comes with rejection. In the workplace, to avoid making mistakes, you neglect your job responsibilities. In order to maintain harmony in a relationship, instead there is confusion about roles and responsibilities. Take a look at these situations. Do you have any? Is there such a situation? If there is any, usually you're the one who's too embarrassed to say no. Right? Then think about it. Desire to be cared about at home. And choose to cater to the thoughts and decisions of the family. Anyway, it's all about harmony here. What if you are afraid of destroying harmony? To be afraid of rejection. When it all comes down to you, what will happen? When the pressure is too high, you can't afford it. All the stress is on you. There will be such a situation, right? Come on, we have to learn. Take responsibility for the consequences of your choices, rather than taking responsibility for the consequences for others. A lot of people will ask for your help. It's because he dare not take it. I want to put the blame on you. Then if you are willing to accept, then you accept. But if you think you should refuse, don't accept him for fear of destroying harmony. Our ability lies in finding problems, rather than asking someone else to solve the problem. Isn't that what we should tell him? I can help you, but you have to learn to solve the problem yourself. Instead of asking me to help, right? I want to educate you to refuse. But you want education. Here I jump here first. When we refuse, you must have the opportunity to clarify and explain yourself to the other party. You have to tell him to make him understand. Instead of me rejecting the rejection with a bad attitude, it's not that we have to reject him in a harmonious way and let him understand why we refuse. It's not that we don't help, but I want you to grow, to understand when others seek help. Our real motivation is voluntary. This article is telling us that if you would like to help, please be reckless. You have the ability to help. Please don't ask for feedback. You volunteered to help. rather than a conditional gang. Understand? That is to say, when we help him now, what if one day he doesn't admit it, or he forgot these things, or even turn against each other? We can't regret it. It's a mindset that we need to build ourselves. Okay? When assisting others, actually be grateful. We help people not to remember. When we accept help from others, be grateful. No one dares to hang the no matter card. Everyone will have something to do. One day, the person who helped us will also need our help. We must know how to drink water and think of the source. Go help him. That's the truth. It is better to deal with problems with a proactive attitude. That's a matter of opinion. And see what you think. Take control of your life. It starts with learning to say no. This sentence seems very deep. How to say no to someone is to be reborn. Does that make sense? See what you rejected. Okay, here's the thing. Throw away the excess. Life is simple. What do you mean by throwing away excess things? Lots of places get rid of excess stuff. For example, should we throw away our troubles? Throw away and make your life easier. Then, do you have to throw away a lot of sloppy chores? I just want you to throw away the excess. Life is simple. Okay? Is this for your experience? Organize your thoughts. Organize your anywhere. Also, organize your home environment. This is very important. Actually, I'm watching for you. I read a lot of articles. What this article means by this sentence is that when you're about to throw away the excess of your life, how to train. Start with your home life. Make your furnishings simple. Simple first. After forming a habit, your thoughts will naturally be less cluttered. Not so messy. Actually, I think about it. That makes sense. Fair enough. It's messy at home. Hands up. It's very messy. Our house is also messy. So we are not simple. We're all going to clean up. In addition to cleaning your body, clear your mind. And I started by organizing the house. Okay? To get rid of the excess. Life is simple. Life is easy. Be a person with keywords. What about the keywords here? The so-called keywords. That is to say, we must have principles. Rather than accepting everything, we don't accept every word. We are the ones with keywords. I only accept certain keywords. I don't accept certain keywords. It's called being a principled person. Everyone with a purpose but no purpose is looking for you. You cover it all. Under pressure. Right? Then we must teach with principles. It's not that we're going to be bad guys. It's that we know how to help people properly. Instead of giving it all. I was wondering about this when I was reading these articles today. Thinking, so what are we practicing spiritually? Don't you want to do harmony? Why is it so angular? So many principles. Do you see any conflict in that? Does what I say conflict with our spiritual practice? I'll give you some examples. Many people are fine if they don't practice spiritual practice. After a spiritual practice, become very principled. This won't work, that won't work either. There's a taboo. There are taboos. Is this the person I'm talking about with keywords? Don't fall into the trap. Not even too many keywords. It doesn't work without keywords. Too many principles. You can't do it without principles. That's why we talked about how we should practice spiritually. It's called the Tao Te Ching. It's called the mean, good instead of everything. It's not all bad. Right? That's what we do. So in fact, when I was just reading the article, feel conflicted. And then I thought about it. We put the middle ground in. There is no conflict. Not too weak, not too tough. Is it good? This is to be a person with keywords. Does it make sense? The above is today's sharing. If you have any questions or ideas, welcome to leave a message below. See you next time.
Thank you very much for watching. Like our videos. Welcome to the Good Luck Quartet. Like, share, subscribe, and most importantly turn on the little bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.